Hello, hello, welcome everyone! Saturday stream, meaning watching professional Kifu, eh? We ready for it? I was looking currently at the list and it seems like there's so many of them that I don't know which one to choose. We have 3 pages of Kifu to choose from. Hello! Hello, Lapno, Nimu, Y1, Plushak, and Alexandra, welcome. Tea time, yes, the tea. My favorite cup. I don't know if you can see. This is a cat. There are fishes on the cup. It's yellow. I love yellow color. The cup that I bought in Japan, in Yamanashi, by chance. There was a whole shop full of cat items, and they were closing, so everything was price off, and I found this cup there, and it's my favorite cup for all those years. Yeah, it's like 8 years or so. Good evening, good name. Hope you guys are doing fine. Weekend, yeah. Time for some shogi as well. Do you guys have any anything you would like to watch? Let me ask that. Any pro, any title match, and the opening. Based on that, we can adjust what we're going to watch. I can read to you what there is. There is Bishop Exchange, there is Opposing Rook, Gangi, Central, 4-file, basically everything. Amahiko Sato. What is there Amahiko Sato? There is Kato K versus Kato Momoko. Those are 2 strong lady pro ladies Meijin A class. Interesting. Ueda versus Nishiyama. Quite interesting as well. Habu Moriuchi. Yamane versus Kai. Also probably interesting. Double swinging rook. There's bunch. Oh my. Basically all the A class played on the same days from Lady Pro. We have Fuji Hirose. Also in May. What is it? Jinsen. Yeah, Jinsen. We have Kubo versus Toyoshima. Satomi Nishiyama once more. This time in Okada Bichutsukan Meijinsen League. Mahiko Sato. We have Tobe Sensei for swinging rook players. Kimura Sensei 1 game perhaps. Todani. I don't see Sato Mahiko. Nimyo. Okay, so the way this stream works, I don't know if you have been here before, we only analyze the Kifu from the last week. Because we would like to learn what happened in the recent Shogi World. And we want to know the newest openings. We want to know what kind of Nifu happened. So this is why we do the recent ones. Hi Blue Sharpie, welcome, welcome. Thank you for the follow. Oh, and if you don't know, we have Discord as well, which will ping you about the stream so that you never miss it ever again. Oh, you haven't been. Alright, yeah, so basically that's what we do. Was thinking about something and I forgot. Yeah, okay, I remembered. I wanted to check if there's some news on the page so that I can translate for you guys. Twin-headed, welcome, welcome. I really enjoy your posts on Reddit. If you guys didn't see it yet, you should definitely check Shogi. Reddit/Shogi. This epic comic diary series going on. Huh? Some big event for kids. Anyway, Made in say A class. Something about coronavirus again. Somebody got sick. There was Sato 9-dan versus Habu 9-dan match in Kyosen. And there was, of course, a class of jeans and games being played. And there's some Renmei and Sangatsu no Raion collaboration. So as we know, like Renmei will be building a new Shogi Hall based on crowdfunding money. And on top of that, seems like they're collaborating with Shogi with the Sangatsu no Raion. Those are cups they're gonna be selling, a key holder, and like files, notebook, and bags. Interesting. Or maybe it's like price. If you if you pay money for crowdfunding, you will get those. Interesting. Alright, I don't see any other recommendations for what you guys would like to watch today. Let me look more. Is it okay for me to like choose it based on what I want? This one doesn't say what opening it is. This is creepy. It looks like third file though. This is Nakai versus Nakamura Marika. I'm quite curious. This game should be crazy. We could watch that. Yeah, let's do that. Let's watch one female game and one male game. How about that? So maybe we can watch this for a change. I don't know if you guys heard about Kato. You probably heard about Kato Momoko, but you never heard about Kato Kei, who is basically, I would call it like female genius. She immediately joined the league, different types of leagues, and got promoted, if not over one dan. Where is she? 2 dan, maybe? Yeah, she's like 2 dan. Technically my age though. So let's see, she became like 1Q in 2019, and then 2 years later she's already ladies 2 dan. How impressive is that? Yeah, and if you think like, oh, Kata Momoko, so strong, she's gonna get destroyed. Well, surprisingly, she's very good at calculations, very good at endgame. So it's not such a sure thing to happen. I would like you to experience her Shogi maybe today. It's funny because it says Kato versus Kato, but it's hard to know which one is which. Okay. So I'm gonna choose this one for the first one. And then scout for the male game to watch, which would be nice to have a title match. Some sorts. Or at least the Meiji. So we could watch Itodani's game, Gangi. We rarely do Gangi, right? Let's do that. It was the game that was also on the front page of Renmei, so it was something that people were looking forward to. Itodani versus Nagase. Uza. A class 5th round. I know we are counting for Fuji to win it and so on, but in the meantime, let's check out how strong their opponents are. Yeah. Okay. So Kato versus Kato, but we have to add Kato Kei, Kato Momoko. And this is both are Kato is ladies 3 dan, Kei is okay. Kato Momoko is ladies 3 dan, Kato Kei is ladies 2 dan. It's Hyurik, Hakureisen, A class. So it's like ladies ranking tournament. Kinda like the male Meijin Sen, but it's called Hakureisei. And it's A class. So the winner of this A class will be the challenger. Yeah. So it's very important match. So far so good, chat. First, I wanted to say thank you guys for like telling me that you enjoy my YouTube series. The other day I was like checking the statistics and it was like, oh no, the views are dropping. Are people bored with this series already? Oh no, but you give me hope back. Thank you for doing so. I think I saved it. Yeah, okay, the wrong Kifu format. This is why it didn't load. Yeah. Hello, Todd. Thank you for the raid. Todd is one of Shogi Harbour streamers. Please check him out. He's getting so much better at Shogi Wars. He plays very often and streams very often. I'm quite impressed. Worth watching him. How old were you when you started playing Shogi, and how long does it take to get your rank? Tis so I started playing when I'm 16 years old. I'm currently, according to the math, 31 still, I guess. Yeah, no, 32. 31. So half of my life to get to my rank. But I also had a little bit of chess experience. And then, depends on your personal talents. There are people who can get to my level very quickly. Let's say Fujisota, or some motivated people who can read Japanese or stuff like that. So it's personal. Any of you guys can reach this level. Yeah. You play Shogi for the pretty pieces. Many people do. Many people do. And on this channel we use this, this is called Czech version, which has also showing the arrows, how the piece move. You see, we do it for beginners at first, you know. We perhaps, like, it's always very controversial which piece should you use, but I think this is the most beneficial for internet environment. So here we are, using pretty Czech pieces. It's called Czech because it's just Czech product. They actually sell those if you would like to buy a physical copy. I feel stuck because I can find much learning material available in English. I feel like you need some people be real to get better. What's your rank, Tis? I watched the episode almost right after it dropped yesterday, and I want to thank you for the tips for beginner series. Yay! Thank you so much for watching. Yeah, so next time we do Ereshino, I'm gonna basically base it on this book. I also I know nothing about Ureshino, so we're learning together, guys. But I'm gonna base my video on this book. We're gonna see how it goes. At least we have the series on YouTube now that's up to date. Yeah, that's why I hope I didn't overdo it. I put like 20 castles in one video, and I'm like, if somebody watches it and think, oh, this is for beginners, I have to learn all of those, I hope they don't get discouraged. But I also wanted people who play Shogi to already, like veterans, to know new castles up to date. Yeah, A8 or 7Q. So I recommend, you know, we have this Sunday Kifu review. This is our form where you send your Kifu. We can analyze it on stream or on Discord. You can always find partners to play. And I really recommend joining our tournaments whenever it's weekly Shogi Ladder or Tourney to Series. This is the Discord. Unfortunately, Tourney to Series is now finishing. It's around 7 out of 9 this year, but it's gonna restart next year. in between we're gonna make a beginner tournament, so you may join that. And when you join tournament, you have a goal. You have a goal to win, and then you create, by playing other people and analyzing your game afterwards, you create both rivals and friends, and having a rival or a friend to play shogi with, that's the best way to improve. No, we have, our tournament is based on skills, so if you're 8Q, there is a tournament up to 5Q. So you won't get destroyed by free dan or anything because they're in the higher tournament. So don't worry. And also if you're a female, I don't know if any one of you is a female, we have the female tournament, well, which is handicap tournament, so even less pressure. Because even if you play with stronger opponent, they're handicapped. They have to play handicap against you. Yeah, don't put pressure on yourself. Just enjoy the process. Enjoy the process of understanding the game more, yeah. The elo or points or dan, Q, whatever, it's gonna come later naturally, so don't worry about it. No, I'm not playing in the tournament. We have few 11 Qs as well on our server, so don't get embarrassed. No, just... we all were 11 Q at one point, don't worry. The thing is that you have good opponent who will explain to you your mistakes, or you post it on our... we have Shogi Games channel, so you post your game there, you ask for advice, and people like me or some other senpais will comment for you what you did wrong, and then you can learn. Thanks to this server we have such ability. Yeah, when I started playing Shogi we had zero. Nothing. No tournaments. Yeah. Okay, so we will have Central Rook played by Kato, A, and Momoko on top playing Static Rook. It's to be expected. And this is interesting. This is something we don't see often. So we kind of forbid them of taking a Vanguard pawn, right? Normally you would see this. So then Central Rook would have a Vanguard pawn. Because of this, we would have to either waste a move on exchanging, and then maybe this will come. We cannot really take it with Bishop, right? Because of this. So this is an interesting way to counter. The plan is to bring the silver here and forever like block this rook development. Well, not forever, but like make it more difficult to activate. In that case, good names, just send me the game and I will find out what you are screwing up with. Maybe you don't know tactics, maybe you forget about the objective, maybe you're messing up simple stuff like you forget about enemy's knight or lance or whatever. Maybe you're not utilizing your pawns well enough. Maybe you just did Nifu. Maybe it was just unlucky, yeah? So if you just send your game, whenever it's to that Kifu link that I sent, or on Discord is better because I will do it faster, then I can tell you how to improve. Thanks, this. It would be nice if people get inspired by me to play Shogi. It's always a nice feeling. Not like I'm the best person in the world, nor the strongest one, but it's always a nice feeling. Yeah, middle game is the hardest part of Shogi. It's not the opening, it's not the end game, it's actually the middle game. So that's the Kifu link. The same command works on Discord. The game, so this link will mean that tomorrow at the same time, we have Kifu review. So I will review it live based on the order which you send the Kifu. Or you can send it on Discord. This is the Discord link in the Shogi/Games channel. Then I can type it in text what you should improve on, yeah? It depends if you prefer to do it live with everybody looking or in text on Discord. Thank you for subscription, Tis. 6 months, hey? I guess 6 months gives you a new... Ah, no, in advance. Wow, thank you so much. Yeah, we have like those little boats if you're subscribed for long enough. They're like tiny to see, but we have those boats with different colors. People who subscribe. And as always, thank you for subscription. Yeah, that gives me motivation to do those streams actually. Yeah, you got the boat, you see, next to your name, 1 month subscriber. This icon. When it gets to middle game, just try to launch a successful climbing silver. She does spear the sparrow. Okay, yeah, that's good. Haha, nice. So today we're gonna watch this lady pro game and we're gonna see how they deal with the middle game, yeah? So we can learn from them. The first step is to castle your king, naturally, right? And here, this is something you need to know. This is, as I said, when they push this pawn, this is their main objective. This is knowledge, yeah? Common knowledge you have to have. So they do that. Please notice that at any point, this side cannot attack because there is no time to do so, yeah? They have to castle first. So basically this silver will be there on time, yeah? Anyway, we finished the castle. This is Mino Gakoi. And this is... Okay, I had one question on YouTube about this. This is swinging rook, central rook, but it's different than normal one because the bishops are exchanged. So this will be the exception where this gold is gonna go here, trying to cover all the space, and this is very specific shape when the rook goes here, and maybe it will come somewhere around here. This is also something you need to know. You don't make normal Mino in this particular opening. 100 Chinchilla noise overload, that's gonna be a whole symphony. White goes to 6-4, not 4-4. So this is your attacking silver, and you would prefer to have it around here so that you have some counters around here. If you go here, it is the same idea. The problem is, as you develop your position, you will end up having all the generals on this side of the board and no generals here. So in order to keep that balance, this is better. But if you're a defensive player, maybe you would like to choose this one, yes. And balance is very important in bishop exchange as well. No, you don't have to make Mino in central rook. You can go for Anaguma, you can go for Cozy Castle, you can go for Kimura Mino, High Mino, Silver Crown. But Mino and swinging rook like each other. They fit well each other, yeah. In this particular case, we do want the king to move away from this square because this is central rook and there will be lots of pieces exchanged here and the king will be close. So either this or this is good. That's my feeling. Yeah, I mean, we don't know everything in Shogi, but Mino is like the standard. Because this gold being here has nice... defends the rook very nicely. In this case, you will see that those two golds being here defend the camp very well against any bishop drops, and this rook covers the back of the gold. This is nice shape to remember. I think it's called Power Nakabisha. Power as in power, yeah, in katakana. Now the enemy will be going for development. This pawn announces that, yeah, we're trying to change our castle shape. And the problem that static rook, okay, the problem that swinging rook will have in generally is that our gold is on the left and it's not going to join our castle. On the other hand, the static rook will be able to join this gold to the castle, which gives us the disadvantage of castle solidness, right? The king's safety will be different. The central rook will have to get the advantage somewhere else whenever it's in attack power, disadvantage, or something. So let's see if Kato K gets that something to work with. And this move is a little bit weird, because we do allow them to exchange this pawn. But this will speed up our rook development somewhere in the future. So it's very complicated, but this is a good shape in this particular scenario. And especially that they just push this pawn, they're not ready to attack. So they have to finish. We develop the knight. They do finish it. And here, we could, you know, move the rook here. But Kato decided to attack. And if I remember correctly, similar shape is in a central rook book, the basics of it. The idea will be that if they do this, we have both pressure here, and we are actually able to take this pawn because the knight is here. It's a cool shape to know. The problem that Kato will have in this position, and most of central rook will have, is this pawn drop. Guys, do you see what is targeting? If you don't know this move, it's a good moment to think about. The bishop work. So if we take it with the gold, we lose the silver naturally, so that's really bad, because material disadvantage is never to be taken lightly. And if the rook takes, bishop drop is forking those to pieces. Now if the rook were to escape, this is middle game knowledge. I didn't explain that in the positional judgment. We said that bishop is equal to generals in my positional video. But the fact that the bishop is a singular piece and generals are double means that actually the general has a little bit more advantage, because you have 2 for 1. If you didn't know, guys, that's how it works. 2 pieces for 1, it's always worth it. Yeah. Oh, you didn't know, Pleo? Yeah, it's very important to know that, because this knowledge is the basis of your middle game attack. And this is why this bishop is working. If you're afraid to lose the bishop, because, oh no, bishop is such a strong piece, no. Go for the quality in this case, yeah? What's the best move here? Probably to take the silver. Because, as we said, this is unacceptable, right? 2 for 1, unacceptable. If we go back, they can just protect or put a silver here or a silver here. I don't know which is better, actually. But they can, like, survive. Maybe go back. Possible. So they can survive. We have to find something else. Hello, Alexandre. 2 pawns for 1 rook. So if you are about to lose a rook, it's probably good to take 2 pawns for 1 rook still. There was a proverb about it, I just cannot remember exactly how it went. Take 2 pieces for 1 or something like that. Okay, so result is we exchange the silvers. 1 silver, 1 silver. And we exchange the bishop and the rook. So rook for bishop, that's equal, right? But gold takes means we just broke our castle. On top of this, they have like this chopping silver drop that's gonna fork them. But on the good side, it's Sente's turn. The main question in this position is, can Sente survive? Can Sente stabilize? Gotek camp is very solid, right? We don't have a way to attack them faster than they can do. So it looks pretty nasty. Bishop drop out of nowhere. Okay. I'm not sure what happened if the rook were to go here. Bishop looks dying, so I'm quite surprised. Is it like a pawn drop what we're going for? Maybe it would be like a very aggressive variation. But Kato decided to go to the edge instead. Silver captures the rook. So now we enter this weird part of the middle game where the weight slowly shifting toward piece activity rather than piece quality, yeah, or the material advantage. So yes, we are losing the rook, but we will get a silver, and a silver will be a nice piece to use in the attack. It's very complex, but this rook drop means that we have a direct attack on the king. This direct attack on the king looks more scary than simply losing the rook, right? This forces enemy to defend. They drop the bishop here, defending here, hopefully having some pressure on those this big diagonal as well. So, if Kato K manages to stabilize, she will have the rook advantage. It will work in her favor, right? So the question here is what Kato will do to prevent that. Interestingly, she pushes this pawn. I have no idea what is the meaning of this one. Like, what happens if we take it? I have no idea. Is the plan to take it? I cannot believe it, yeah? Very difficult move. Naturally, we're targeting to promote. Is the idea to like stabilize as well? If they take, we take. If they drop, we try to stabilize. I don't understand this, honestly. Yeah. Do you have an official certificate? I do have an official certificate. You get certificate for reaching 1 dan and above. For the Lady Pro. I do have 5 dan, amateur 5 dan certificate somewhere too. It's not hanging on my wall, but that's true. I was considering buying a frame and hanging it. Just turned out. Like, the thing is, we're gonna move next year, so maybe then I will do that. Anyway, I do have certificate. I could show you, but we are busy now. So maybe next time. So the rook was taken, but look what happened. We ignored it and we promoted our pawn. That's really interesting. So again, okay, suddenly we're almost in the end game. Almost. We're getting closer and closer to the end game because both sides decided to ignore each other and they have more and more pieces in hand. So they will have to play severe moves that target the enemy king directly, else they're gonna be too slow. So Kato K decides on this pawn drop, which gonna make a token, which gonna break the castle, right? Very simple. But Kato decides, I'm gonna take your gold. I want more pieces. Well, it's an equal exchange. They took the gold, they're gonna take the gold. But we're missing a rook. Well, we're missing a rook, but currently Sente has no way of using that rook, so we can ignore it for a moment. And here, surprisingly, we decide to take it. Bishop takes, and we redrop the gold, which will allow... Wow, okay. Interesting. I have trouble understanding this position because I thought, personally, that if we take this, we activate this horse, right? That's just how it looks. And if they drop this gold, maybe I can drop this rook and put a nice pressure on the enemy king. So I thought this is winning. But maybe we have some Tesuji to prevent that. And let's say if they promote, we take the horse away. And like, we're safe. Again. But I'm not sure exactly what is the logic behind it. So I thought, like, if we do that, we have a nice pressure. But that's not what was played. What was played was sacrifice. Of course, yeah, if you see like this, both castles have the same level of solidness. And you would say it's quite equal, right? Then we just drop the rook, continue attacking, and perhaps that's good. But you can see that Momoko decided to take it with the king, which is interesting. Yeah. Why is the king better? Yeah. We have the rook drop, naturally, because we just sacrificed a pivotal piece. We need another pivotal piece. And we're not defending here. Wow. Okay, but Kato's Momoko plan is perhaps to go here to like take the bishop. Once we take the bishop, we have a very easy attack, yeah? That's probably the plan. Kato's K Sente's plan could be to utilize this pawn somewhere in the center. They could be tempted to keep it to use as a defensive piece. We could take a knight and drop it here. We could drop the gold and distract the king toward our bishop. But probably Kato's Momoko's judgment is that's not enough for you to win. That's why she decides to play this, which is very scary. But let's see what happens. Indeed, 5 free gold was dropped. Dragon comes in. Wow. I'm not gonna spoil it, guys, but the next move is pretty epic. Whatever I just calculated doesn't make sense compared to this amazing move. I wonder if you guys can find it. The idea is the same. We want to attack here. Yeah. The pattern is, if we have a bishop and gold, this should be winning. Yeah, because king runs, gold drop, runs here, takes, runs here, silver drop from this silver, runs, checkmate. It's a little bit advanced, but bishop and gold should be enough to checkmate that king if the bishop is not here. So how do we distract the bishop? And also, the threat that we're afraid is something like this. Yeah? Or something like this. And the solution to all of those problems is spoiled by Evergallo, which is silver drop. How beautiful. I didn't expect this, yeah? I was explaining that, oh, you have to get rid of this bishop, but the silver drop so much faster and keeps our kings in safety. Yeah, so it's silver drop, not the bishop, because we do need to keep the bishop for the e9 drop. Well, Kato Momoko, epic, epic, yeah? So this is perhaps why, in this position, she decided to play this move. Because she saw this move, which gave her the net of safety. Why wasn't it possible before the... that's a good question. That's something I was also wondering. Well, we simply don't have the gold yet, right? So de facto, Kato K perhaps enabled this move by giving up the gold. This is why Shogi is evil. Once you give away a piece, your opponent can use it to counter you, yeah? So here, I'm attacking you with my dragon, yeah? I'm gonna surround you soon. Haha, Uno card, you gave me the gold, so your king will die. Yeah? How epic is that? This is why Shogi is so hard? Yeah, but this is why Shogi is so cool as well. So this is why, guys, strong people usually don't like to over-attack. And they prefer to attack slowly. Yeah, that's why we love it. This is why I was proposing maybe like different move like this to like not give a piece. But yeah, I mean, that seems perhaps like the only choice. So what do we do here? Well, we actually have another severe move. Which is this one. And let's think about it. If the king runs up, there is check or gorge up to 5-3. The king runs up to here. And we barely survive, right? But it's very scary looking. Let's say the dragon takes, we take here, and this will be a checkmate. Not a checkmate, you still can run over there. It's like very close. If we take, we're gonna have a dragon check. We have 2 generals. Is it enough to checkmate? No, but also you didn't take the bishop yet. So here is a moment of decision that Kato Momoko has to make, probably in Biomi. Do we take the gold or do we run? Those are 2 options. Evergaro noticed that we can also run toward here. That's a fair point. Yeah, instead of here. This actually brings us closer to the Tokin. Maybe that's the option? Like chess professional has so much remis outcome, draw outcome. It's easy. Calculation engine, so Shogi is much more refreshing and always exciting. I agree. But also sometimes frustrating. Which is enabled by taking the knight. That's so true, Sleeping Bird. I didn't realize that. Wait, is Kato's brain even bigger than expected? Did she realize her escaping route is through 6-5 over here? This is why pros are amazing, guys. Yeah? We don't even know how amazing they are until we spend some time and think about the position. And now imagine there's a Habu 9 dan of Fuji, how many titles he has, who can see those at a glance and read even deeper. It's just different universe. That's right, that's probably what she was reading. I'm pretty sure that that's why she took the knight. I was wondering why she doesn't need the knight to attack the king. Why did she take the knight? She took it so that she can run away. That's brilliant. So she read this move. She read this move. So we agree we run up. Yeah, we run up. And now Senta is slowly realizing they cannot outrace this king. So they finally defend. Yeah, the Sokofu, bottom pawn. And here is another decision we have to take, guys. Which move do we play? If we take this, pawn takes gonna block our king escape. What other options we have, right? What other options? What should we play, guys? This is very tense. There's many pieces around our king. Yeah, this check is always coming. What do we do? Of course, now... Okay, they also have this move, which is very scary. King takes, silver drop will lead to a checkmate, almost. Maybe dragon check. Yeah. Take pawn. Which pawn? Move talking to 6-7? No. Okay, okay. That is arguing, alright. Remember, the only way for us to survive is to have a counter attack. Because there's no safety for our king right now. I mean, maybe if we are able to enter, but I don't think that we are. Because let's say we go here, and then we take this anyway. Something like this. Or we take this first, and then we take this. And it's like, the price is too high, yeah? Okay, you didn't mean about talking. Alright. So yeah, actually taking 6-7 was correct, Sleeping Bird. That's what was played. So now my understanding is that if we take the silver, we perhaps are able to take the gold. But I'm not 100% sure. Because this move looks scary though. Yeah, something like this. We would need to have a mate to win here. Unless we can defend it. Which we actually can. No, but this move exists, right? So that's not possible. that would be a little bit scary, perhaps. If they take... Maybe we're able to take... Are we able to survive this if they play here? Ooh, wow. There's also a question, is this a checkmate immediately or not? Barely not, perhaps. It's quite interesting, yeah? What do we do if they take here? There's also an option that even though this is a checkmate threat, maybe we can survive it for one more move and get one more piece in hand. So now we got 3 golds. And this changes situation, but I don't... It looks really rough. We are kinda surviving this. Kinda. You don't think it's enough, alright. Well, what was played was this. Perhaps going for the same idea. Your talking is too slow. I'm gonna take your knight and finish you off. Oh, and also we're attacking this rook now, so... I propose, because of my lack of ability to read this out, that we quickly check what happens in case of that variation that I mentioned. So that we have the clarity of what's going in the endgame, yeah? So we had this position. I am pro, but my endgame has been deteriorating. I should work on it. I'm not able to solve the same summary I was able to solve in the past. Oh, that was my other question. What if we take? Like, it would be quite rough to... Maybe we just go here then. Actually, this is winning for Santa. So if we take here... King takes the bishop. And let's say we retake here. We're in checkmate, yes, silver gold drop. So we do take here, okay, this is what we calculated. So we could exchange the dragon for 2 pieces. Wait, computer, no. What if they drop a pawn here? I assume if there's a pawn drop, we just go to the side. If there's a silver drop, we would have to take it because it's a checkmate in 3. Here, wow. Huh? Oh, this isn't a checkmate because we go here. Oh, wow, okay. So silver drop, which if king goes back is a gold drop. Probably we have to take it, we clear everything off, we enter our king, and we win. Yes, alright. Indeed, this is not super winning, but good fight. Here, Santa was winning. 1,500 points, apparently. We go here. They go here. And this is a very strong threat of the dragon coming here next. Very interesting. And then we would have to protect it. And a fight would continue. But temporarily, we're able to defend and probably Santa is winning. So, how do we judge this move? Was this a losing move then? 1,500, remember, yeah? 1,500? It became equal. So it was a mistake. Oh no. Oh no. Sometimes the simplest variation is the best, guys. I mean, there's many factors like Biomi or miscalculating and stuff. But seems like the simple idea of I'm gonna pressure your king in the center, was winning. Center played this one though. The idea is same, yeah? Rook exchange, and then we treat and rook drop. So what's different? What's the difference? Can you guys see the difference between this and this? It was like this, right? Do you guys see the difference between those two? It's a very tricky question, I'm sorry, but it's middle game training, yeah? If we take the bishop here, we are actually losing the dragon. Yeah? Little bit tricky. In comparison, if we play this and we exchange those two, we actually gained a move here, or got it, and we're able to safely take this bishop because there is no threat like this. You see it? Yeah, so this, it's kind of weird because here we force them to make another move. Sorry, not this one. Here we wait one move, and yet our threat is stronger because we brought this god closer. Does it make sense? It's still a goddess turn, but they cannot do much about it. Comparison. This one. We keep this token on the board. And it seems faster because immediately we force an exchange. Immediately we have a threat. But there is no good follow-up after this. Does it make sense? Hopefully it does. And yes, this gold is hanging now. As Evergallo mentioned, yeah? The Sente's position becomes a little bit fluid. Pieces disappear, that's not good. But maybe Sente had a nice idea. Drop the rook, continue attacking. But now that we've gotten the bishop off the board, we can actually use it as our own. And what are we threatening? Our good and favorite knight drop at the ear of the king. Yeah, this would be checkmate threat. So we have to block it, it's a check. We will run for our dear life and look what's waiting for us. Our dear talking, surviving this, helping us with our escape. The gold has to come in. We have to try to like juke this king into giving away this bishop somehow, but they deny it. They just run away toward this safety. The gold tries to activate the rook, and we are saying, sure, you're going for the entering king, but look, my rook is now activated, I'm chasing you, you have no way to survive. What would you play here, guys? Very important move. What would you play in a situation like this? The enemy is chasing you, but they don't have enough pieces. What do you do? So, ear of the king, we're gonna talk about this when there's the castle breaking. Mino, weakness is the edge, like this square, and this line. So the problem here is that when the bishop is here, if they take this pawn, you see, it's an illegal move. So this bishop's existence exploits the weakness of the king, of this pawn, and enables this knight drop, which is gonna lead to a checkmate. It's a very popular just standard move, where you drop the bishop on 5-5 and you have a knight in hand. It's something you have to know as a Mino user. You cannot allow this drop. It's just combination attack, the ear attack. Okay. So what would you play, guys, here? Very important. This is the end game. And we need to make the correct choice. So, how do I explain this? We have piece advantage. We have rook, bishop, bishop. 1, 2, 3 generals. So kind of losing one general. We have the knight. So it's kind of bishop for a general, yeah? But on top of this, we have a king. On top of this, they have useless knights. King safety is important, but they don't have enough pieces to chase us yet. Yeah, we have those squares to run to yet. And there's one move that you have to play in this position. Which one is it? To make 3 moves possible. King will be safer. You will widen your material advantage. And you will enable an attack. All those 3 are achieved by 1 move. Early escape, yeah, that's a problem, because if they take this piece and you retake it, they might be able to come in and checkmate you with the dragon. I said might because I would have to calculate if it's checkmate indeed. I think it is in 3 actually. Well, a little bit more, but it's a checkmate. Yeah. King takes gold, but gold drop is scary. How is it scary though? This move will be a checkmate threat. If they take the bishop, they're gonna die, yeah? We don't retake it automatically. No. We have a check. If they take the silver, well, we can take it. And we kind of survive, because sure, if they fork our pieces, they take our bishops. Again, we have the same threat. So yeah, they surround us, but again, they don't have enough pieces. So indeed, king takes the gold was played, and it does those 3 things. Makes the king safer, because now this square is, you know, those squares become safer. The gold is not here. We have additional gold in hand, which means they have less gold as well. And what was the third thing? Oh, and we have an attack. If they give us 1 more diagonal piece, we almost have a checkmate. We might have a checkmate here, actually. Let me see. Bishop drop, king takes, gold drop, king runs, take the silver. If they run, it's a checkmate. If they take, it's a checkmate. I'm gonna prove it. Yes, this is checkmate. If they run, where do they run? They would have to run here. Then we sacrifice a piece, a whole rook, a silver, and this is a mate. Or I know it's difficult, but this is like a basic endgame thing that you should know by heart. Yeah, so it would be a checkmate actually. So this move is a checkmate threat as well. That's because it's a checkmate threat, is the most powerful move on the board. Yeah, endgame. So they have to take, which enables us even more. They have to do something, we take. They go here, but we already know, because we have a diagonal piece. It's a check. So here, center resign. So they drop the silver. It means the king can run more easily. But because we have 2 diagonal pieces, and even a knight, yeah, let's make it easier. We have a knight, so this is a checkmate. If they take, it's even simpler because we just drop the bishop, drop the gold, cutting off the escape route, checkmating. Sorry, like the beginner guys, yeah, my dear beginners, I'm showing this version quickly. One day you're gonna learn those patterns, but for now, all you need to do, know that bishop and 2 golds You drop it here, you cut off the escape route, and you checkmate. That's like the minimum theory you need to know about endgame in Mino Castle. Yeah, but just remember this pattern, yeah? Bishop drop, gold drop, or like lance drop, anything that goes forward. And gold drop. The reason why we drop the gold here and not here is because then the king can escape, right? Which also leads to mate. So in this particular position, doesn't matter, but important pattern to know, yeah? All right, so what did we learn? We learned this new pattern of the openings, which is central rook bishop exchange. We learned this shape, which I've never explained on this channel, I believe. We learned this super counter attack for static rook. And we saw this exciting middle game, where both sides tried to find a way to attack. And this move was perhaps the most amazing, where you just create an attacking possibility for yourself. You had this piece and this piece cooperating together. But this is where the mistake was made. Oh, this mwah, amazing. Yeah, we understand that this is the weak point. Removing of defender technique. So here, we understood the mistake, which was this move in comparison to this move, right? We could analyze. Sorry, not this one. This one, yeah? The token on the board was a huge existence, similar to what we talked on YouTube, 5-3 token. Any token is a huge existence on the board, actually. This token is almost 5-3 token, kinda. So this is important to take, which wasn't taken, which later on enabled this checkmate threat. Yeah, it all came together in the end. Beautiful. Wow, this was a great game to analyze. Hope you guys enjoyed. So, as we warmed ourselves up, we're gonna see the main optional game next, which gonna be more brain destroying. We can take 1 minute break. Stretch up a little. Get your tea. Hydrate. Then we're gonna jump to the next one. In a good game, for every move there should be a game of their own. Interesting. That's how Joseki is made, isn't it? Like each side finds a good move and then creates another game out of it. The Ureshino book is really interesting, I have to say, guys. Gonna be a pleasure explaining it. I just hope I will do a great job explaining it. It's like the problem with Joseki books is like we're gonna reach middle game position and it's gonna be like, oh, Santa is winning. And every beginner, me, myself included, is like, why? And it's gonna be hard to understand why. But that's the Joseki study, yeah. In every game, theory is quite rough. Okay, so Itodani Nagase. So just to show you, maybe they have some picture of this game. So, well, this is Nagase. This is Itodani. Itodani is famous for the right side king. Nagase is famous for Makenai Shogi, I think, which is never losing Shogi, so going for a draw rather than losing. Like, he never gives up, basically. So those two playing together. Their score so far was Itodani 1 win, 3 losses. Nagase 2 win, 2 losses. And they both played 10 times. Nagase had 8-2 win rate. And the Mage Instant, it's gonna spoil at the result perhaps, but this is the A class. We have... A class is like this super league for professionals. Like all the professionals that are in this class are like, we call it A class Kishi, like top Kishi. If you have a professional in that class, you should idolize them basically. So you have Saito Shintaro, you have Itodani, you have Amahiko Sato, Toyoshima, Hirose, Nagase, Sato, chairman. Sugai, the only Furibisha player out there. Fuji is very close, challenging the title with 4 wins, 1 loss. And Inaba. Those names you should remember. And those games you should watch. Because those are the most amazing game in Shogi World. And this is why we're gonna watch this one. Or they move silver at the start, once upward, better position. Why, yeah. That's gonna be interesting to explain, yeah, as well. So, who sent there? So Danny sent there, yeah? Yeah. You guys got your tea? You ready? You know what I should do? I'm gonna do additional step. It's gonna be very annoying, but maybe useful for you guys to enjoy this game more. We're gonna hide the name of the winner, how about that? So that you guys don't know who actually won. Juice is okay, of course. So in order to do it, no, I cannot move that for some reason. Can I move it? No, that's the wrong one. This one. Oh, I hid the name. And the other name is behind my back, and I'm pretty sure I will show it at some point. To find a different way to hide it. Can I image? Can I put some image on the screen? That's so stupid that you have to stare at it. Discord data stickers. Let's go. Here. Behind my face there will be a Nifu. And this way you're not gonna be able to see who won. Oh my god, I look like an anime character right now. Perfection. Okay, let's do the same thing on the other side. So that the thing isn't broken like that. I'm sorry, I just feel like doing it today. Image 2. Guys, which emoticon should we use? The sad penguin? Gen potato? King, simply. Shogi Harbour logo? Sad penguin. Okay, do we have sad? I have the big sad penguin. I have happy penguin. Do I have sad penguin here? I have only happy penguin. Nani? I have this angry emoticon. Oh wait, I have this. Og. But then it hides the chat. Damn. You think it's gonna hide the loser like that? Nani, okay. Let me work on it. Text. We are becoming more and more Twitch-like with a lot of then let's make it black. Okay. And then let's make it smaller. And then can we turn it somehow? Is this good enough, guys? This is so epic. Perfect. Good. We're going to go with that. Perfection. Let me just lock it all so that it doesn't move. Okay. So now you guys won't know who make the other one chinchilla. Okay, let me cross. Do I have chinchilla? Image. Chinchilla. Do I even have chinchilla image? I have the stabby talking. I have the tomato as well. I don't have the chinchilla, it seems. For some reason, maybe it's on my different disk. I have the scary train emoticon and crying piece. I have the smile from Sangatsu no Ryan. I'm afraid I don't have the chinchilla here for some reason. Yeah. I have the edgelord, and I have this, which is the most amazing art of all, of course. Anytime I go on a break, we're gonna put this on the screen. All right. Anyway, so in order for me to hide the winner, I need to do that, because the way 81 Dojo does it, it's gonna load the position and immediately show you the last position. So by doing that, and now going back, I actually hit the answer of who won. And now you don't know who won. Magic! Alright, let's go. I made it more exciting for you guys. Perfection. Okay, so Sente is Itodani and top is Nagase, alright? And this opening, I don't know without spoiling the answer. We're gonna see. Static rook, static rook, static rook, static rook. Oh, how do we call this opening, guys? Do you know? Yeah, you can look up if you wanna be spoiled. Come on. I made this all effort so that you don't get spoiled. Come on. Double wing attack. Correct, this. Correct. But this double wing attack is going to transpose into bishop exchange. Nope. So if we move the silver here, it would transpose into bishop exchange. But by playing this move, it actually transposed. I remember now. It's gonna transpose into gangi. So the first assumption of double wing attack was correct, but it transposed, yeah? Alright. So we have silvers being developed, gold being developed, and we have the decision of we're gonna push these 4th and 6th file pawns, which is gonna enable reclining silvers. Reclining silver will be something like this. It's called reclining silver because, I don't know if it makes sense in English. The silver is sitting on a chair, like reclining chair, made out of those pawns. It's like, you know, reclining on them. You have to make your own custom called Chinchilla? Yeah, maybe. There was at one point in time where they called my opening Polish opening, but it didn't stick. It was a bad opening. Alright. So, I skipped all the moves, but basically this gold is important against static rook, as explained in the tips for beginners video number 2, I believe. To follow it up, we have this silver here, this gold here. Those three together creates snow roof castle, the gangi, yeah? Opponent does this symmetrical thing, and we have the silvers here. And now we're seeing Itodani playing. We can expect right side king as well. But in that case, the silver cannot be reclined. This silver would become defensive silver, and this one would be more aggressive. The king goes here, this one will be the aggressive silver. So we will see what they choose in a moment. There is this one guy in chess. Was it like Weasley So or something? Like the commentators explained, he always comes up with his own variations in like the opening study, and he really impressed me with that. It is solid preparation. So even though you don't come up with something new, he still manages to find something exciting among what is known. Found it very impressive. Okay, so we have the edge pawn, which is important in the snow roof. Both sides answer. Yeah, Weasley So, yeah. I think that was his name, like American chess player. The reasoning is hard to explain. Think of it as creating more space for king and at the same time trying to deny the enemy space, which both they like protected, yeah? So nobody gained anything. On the other hand, moves like this won't be possible anymore. And we have natural development. Knight jump, and here the decision has to be made. And the king went left. So we have the gang. The king could have went here as well. We've seen this position on this channel actually before. Itodani chose 6-9, which de facto gives bishop one more square to go to, keeps the king on the bottom rank. Those two factors are important. If the king was here, please notice the bishop has only those two squares, yeah? I cannot read that, Alexandre. Yeah, it's symmetrical. So the double static shogi usually are symmetrical. And now let's see what Gote does. Do they keep the symmetry? No, they broke. Alright. So this little bit difference will make interesting fact. Maybe two moves. Never mind. They came back to the same thing. King c3-9. I think it's unlikely for the king to come here because of the bishop line being in the way. The king being here is also good shape, I think. Very symmetrical. So finally the silver reclined. And symmetrical positions characteristic is that it's very easy to end up in Senichte. I don't know exactly why, but it's just a fact. So in this position, Sente has to attack, but they may have trouble finding an effective attack. So we will see how Itodani deals with the situation. He plays gold 6-8 first. One meaning could be, well, the golds are connected, making them more solid. Number two is, I often see this attack. And when this attack happens, and there's a pawn drop, this silver has nowhere to go. So by moving this gold, we create the space for the silver to escape to. And unfortunately we broke the bishop, but maybe we're fine with that. It's also a waiting move, seeing what the enemy is going to do. Let's see what the enemy does. They actually come back. The symmetry is broken, and because the symmetry is broken and the king is closer to this file, this is where Itodani decided to attack. Interesting, yeah? So let's see if it's effective. If pawn takes is a natural move. Knight takes. Silver takes could be answered by this move, so it would be hard to protect the knight. Therefore, knight takes is natural. Bishop for 4. Bishop to 2. I think it's also possible. But maybe we're afraid of bishop exchange, so this looks also more natural. Yeah, the bishop is higher, but we don't have the option of capturing the knight anymore. Okay, can you explain the rook sliding on the first 8th line? Yeah, that's very important actually. I think I did. Thank you. Yeah, I changed my name to Fortin. You didn't know as well. So, why the rook on the 8th line? Exactly why. So this shape has been said to be good in general. In comparison to rook to being to 2-8, you can see, like, the rook has more defensive power, right? It defends the first line. So it was found out in bishop exchange, thanks to the computers, that this rook will be more active. On top of that, we already showed one line when this knight may be under attack. The rook being one square down means it's one square away from that type of attack. Yeah, so as this knight jumps, which is what happens in modern shogi often, we are avoiding drops onto this square, and we are avoiding some bishop line. On top of that, in bishop exchange, usually the gold is here instead of here. And if the gold was here and the rook was here, we have the silver drop that's gonna fork them both. The rook being here is gonna protect that weakness. Yeah, just think of it like the rook is more active in defense. Simply. Okay. And this move may seem surprising at first, but it's a very common used tactic in double static rook. We don't want to attack just on one side, we want to spread our attack on the whole board, and this attack the weakness, which is this knight's head. The enemy has to, in this case, we talked how good this rook is in defense. Notice it makes them much less active, right? So we cannot take it because they can just take it and then they have, you know, pressure. So Sudani plays silver 7-6. If they take, we pressure the rook and get the knight. Interesting development. Yeah, seems like Sente is taking some good lead, but now it's Gotte's turn, so they try to create attack on their own. They start with 2 sacrifices, trying to activate this lance, trying to activate this rook, but alone that's not enough. Pawn drop, trying to activate the knight. So this pawn sacrifice, pawn drop is also often used technique for Gotte. We're not gonna take it because, again, both sides want to activate their knight, so we're not gonna allow it. Why gold move? Well, our silver was hanging, and now the bishop is free to go somewhere else. Yeah? Very interesting move. Hi, yellow. Sorry about that. Thank you for the follow, DJ. Yeah, welcome new people. Okay. So now it seems like the pawn is threatening to promote, but we have 2 defenders temporarily. So for now it's okay. If this pawn takes, silver takes, rook escapes, then we're threatening to promote, so we have to be careful. Pawn drop like this isn't good because the knight will come anyway. So what do we do here? We're gonna defend like this. And now we're still kind of maintaining the pressure here. In the meantime, we've corrected our shape. The pawn balance, it's still... Well, actually... we sacrifice this pawn, so Santa has 1 pawn more. Yeah, Gotte, yes, Gotte managed to take away the space. Yeah, if you compare this position, where the king has this space, Gotte managed to take that space away. Yeah, the king cannot go here, so looks really vulnerable if we were to attack from this side. That's what Gotte managed to do. But, like, that's all. They don't have any follow-up yet. What we're gonna do is interesting here. Yeah, we're trying not to spoil. As you see, we have this Nifu behind my head, which is hiding the name of one of the players. And on the other side, you have my shocked face saying Nani, also hiding the name of the other player for that specific reason. And yes, Itodani is Sente, Nagase is Gote. We went through all the efforts to like make it more exciting. Okay, so we need to find a way to attack. So I said we don't want to allow this knight to activate, but actually it can go anyway. The bishop will go here. We don't want to go here. I believe there is this attack where we cannot drop the pawn, right? So we would arrive at the knight exchange, or losing the bishop, or losing the bishop. Yeah, so I don't think taking that pawn is the correct move. And indeed, Itodani plays bishop 5-9, which was in preparation. Yeah, gold moving up was clear preparation for this. So, what do we do next? We continue attack. How do we continue attacking? We're trying, because we chase the bishop away, trying to activate ours. Interesting, yeah? We have the option of exchanging the silvers, but I'm a little bit afraid this will help our enemy. If they take this pawn, we have the option to run, so maybe that's acceptable. What do? We activate our bishop. So, yeah, what's important or like interesting to notice that we spent all those moves here in order to reactivate the bishop. I find it really beautiful. Yeah, similarly to in the previous game when Kato dropped 5-5 silver before, took the knight, as Sleeping Bear noticed. Similarly here, they're reading all ahead. They're expecting those moves to happen, and they have the perfect counterplay. So the gold goes back, and you see, the bishop retreated before the gold was blocked again. Right? It's cool. Okay, so now we're threatening to promote or take the lance. Both will be quite severe, but we don't have a way to block it. So we're gonna attack. Now that we've taken the pawn, we have those 2 pawns drops. And we have to exchange the knights. Exchanging the knights should benefit Gote, because it was offensive knight for defensive knight, meaning this king is now weaker, while this king's safety is the same. So we have additional attacking piece, while making this king weaker. We will be searching for moves like this. Now it's not possible, but searching for moves like this. Searching for moves like this, searching for moves like this. We have so many interesting options now that we have this knight in hand. So they took here, perhaps to create this space. You're gonna ignore it. So this is a huge decision. It's saying you will have 3 pawns in front of my king, but I calculated that you have a silver knight, maybe this bishop. It's not enough to win. My rook drop will be much more powerful with this knight drop. So it requires the knowledge. Yeah, those guys are shogi veterans. They just know it at a glance. For us, it's not so obvious. They just know. They just know I cannot allow my rook to be taken. Yeah? So they escape it. The silver stays here, protecting the square, which seems to be a crucial one. And now knight drop. Interesting. So we managed to chase the horse away. Now this knight drop became possible. We cannot run, so we do a counterattack. King early escape, trying to activate this rook, it seems. If we take, they will take it with the silver, trying to, activate the rook, I think. And this is when, because the king is closer to this line, this is where we counterattack here. It's just the flow, yeah? The king goes here, we attack there. 3 talking threads. It's not talking, it's the vanguard pawns. Like this pawn cannot create talking, actually. This pawn is too far, this pawn is kind of protected for now. But yeah, eventually it's gonna work. So we drop the pawns. We've seen this technique on this side. This is called joining pawn. We join the pawn to create space under the pawn. And this is called dangling pawn. Yeah, we talked about this in the 5-3 talking video. The dangling pawn tactic exists on every file actually. The threat is we can drop a silver here, and the silver we're gonna take is from here. We could take it first with the pawn and make this threat even stronger. And that's Sende's plan. And it's really hard to stop. Yeah. So we at least stop the rook by pushing this pawn. This protected. Ooh. And here, you know, both players are thinking, oh, I should attack, I should attack, I should attack. And this is when one player is realizing, wait a moment. I have a horse. I have a great dangling pawn. And I'm threatening your silver. How about I make your whole knight useless? And just wait a moment. My knight is now indirectly protected by this horse, so I'm fine. My threat is hanging there, what you gonna do, you know? A very interesting play. So, what you're gonna do has to do something. Trying to create a token on the background. And we're gonna allow it, because this pawn being here is not a checkmate threat. This king has a lot of leaving space over here. We're gonna allow it. What would you play instead, guys? Also, by the way, let's just stop and look at the whole board. It's important sometimes to not calculate, but stop and look. This rook feels very more active than this rook, right? This rook is blocked. This rook seemed active a moment ago. This horse looks big because it's a horse and it's doing something. And this pawn, because it gives attack to Sente, looks very huge. We also have those two knights that are very close to the enemy camp, exerting huge amount of pressure, which looks more effective than this knight. And the only bad point for Sente is perhaps those two pieces that look like they're doing nothing. And this pawn that seems to be attacking the king, but isn't as effective as this pawn. So I think that Sente has a little bit advantage here. Yellow likes pawn 3-5, it's true. But before that, we're gonna take that silver that was hanging here for a while. And then we're gonna... It's very standard in double static rook that you push both of those pawns to like create space. If this pawn is taken, we will be able to exert more pressure on enemy camp using the knight for 5. But yeah, they're gonna take it with the bishop in order to activate this rook. Now the silver is able to take it off. But before this pawn is taken, we finally weaken their position. And please compare this position when they have this silver and this gold like disconnected to this position where they had a full castle with a silver here. This looked very solid, right? A full, like almost 4-piece castle. In comparison, this one, where it's all gone. This is how much work Sente did in the meantime. So if we would take if we would leave this pawn or take it with pawn, I think the rook would be activated. So okay, so let's keep it simple. Yeah, we managed to trick the enemy castle, like destroy it basically. We continue attacking, of course, pawn drop, king takes, pawn drop. Now with king takes, we have this fork that will take off the bishop and reactivate our rook. Cannot allow it, king escapes. And now we have this trouble of this knight hanging, yeah? What would you guys play here? You mean 5-7, huh? The bishop is less active here. I think that's what you mean. That's also true. How do we continue here? Yes, silver 3-6. Congratulations. That's exactly what we do. We're activated our playing around piece while pressuring enemy's important bishop. That's the only piece controlling this file. And protecting this knight. This is the similar idea to the opposition opening, where the bishop is preventing the rook from sabaki, and this is the exact piece we're gonna target. It's the same idea, but in middle game, right? Bishop has to run. And here this is quite difficult, but Itadani finds a way to continue attacking. Gold drop, gold takes 3-4, attacking the bishop once more. So this is little bit crucial position, because Sente can now push this pawn, create a token and pressure this king. But they cannot do it yet, yeah? This check made the king run away. We are attacking the bishop, yes, but it's protected by the rook. So it seems like Gote has little bit of breathing space here. Just a little bit. As you know, the little bit may matter a lot. So how are we going to use it? That breathing space. Well, we're gonna counterattack. We're gonna use the knight. We don't wanna use the silver to help them have more attacking pieces. We cannot take it because then we would give them more attacking chances, right? Something like this, or like they would speed up. Plus, you know, knight for gold is not a good exchange. King has to run. And if you make a mistake and you run here, yeah, we all see it. It's a checkmate. Because of that pounder. How cool is that? Yeah. So this is the Aji, the spice that we've created a few moves ago, which de facto helps this knight. This is again something that Pro can read many moves ahead. They prepared this move for this move, kinda long ago. Whenever it's like they calculate it or like it felt right to them, it's like intuition. We never know. Maybe it's both. But it's amazing to witness. So the king has to run here. How do we continue? By the way, guys, which piece would we like in this position for Gote? Which piece we would like in hand to enable our attack? Which piece would be useful? The king can only run to this square, right? Which piece could be useful to continue attacking? Gold. Good, so that's the first thing we realize, and then we ask ourselves, how do we get a gold in hand? How can we get a gold? There's only one gold that we can target. Well, those are 3 golds, I guess, here. And this is ours. This cannot move, yeah? So we can only think of those. And we're gonna play this one. Target it. Remember, exchanging pieces is a defensive technique, yeah? We call it the Osu technique, the Osu Judoka technique. It's a very complicated explanation, but it's kind of funny. Push away, exchange. What was the third one? I forgot. Block, maybe, yeah? Like judo blocking thing. But exchanging is one of those techniques, and it's effective because it also enables our attack, making it twice as powerful. So gold is hanging, we have to take something. And then we cannot allow this. We cannot allow this, we have to defend. So look what happened. Our king is now safer, right? This gold disappeared. Yes, we gave away the knight. The bishop. But we didn't really need the bishop, did we? So now it maybe looks better for Gote. So we want more pressure. Again, we look at the board, we ask ourselves where are the pieces that are doing nothing. Aha! The knight. We wanna use the knight. And now we're threatening again something nasty. Well, at least this one. It's not gonna work yet. What are we threatening actually? One drop we cannot Nifu, silver drop, gold drop. Gold drop here is something I would like to calculate, but I don't think it's working yet. Well, at least we are surrounding the king. What is the next move? Quite difficult. Well, if we drop here, gold takes, gold drop is checkmate. If we drop here, gold takes, drop here, the rook can still take it, but then we can exchange. Maybe that's something we can treat then, lightly. Or we can treat them to take the knight and drop it here. Let's go with that. Yeah, we're saying one more piece. You take, I drop the gold, I win. Yeah, checkmate in 3. So indirectly, we're saying if I take here, I have checkmate. So it's like a checkmate threat in what, 3 moves? 1 move. Like 3 moves to mate. We're getting very close to endgame. The king has no defenses. The king is surrounded. That's endgame now. So we're calculating the stuff. What is the fastest attack? So Sente will have to do something as well. Create some kind of pressure. And instead of knight, we actually drop the silver, which has very similar targets. Oh, I have no idea how this works. It doesn't seem like it's a checkmate threat yet. Because take, and the king can run to this square. I was surprised they didn't take here. I actually want to ask the computer, but I don't want to reveal the answer. So we're gonna wait with that. Okay, but this is also a critical point. Yeah, knight was a good move, silver drop will be a good move as well. They cannot take it. They're gonna attack the rook, and now they're threatening promotion takes check. Interesting, yeah? And this is nasty because the rook becomes open as well. Ooh, who's going to win? Who's going to win? Well, we have a great move, escape, while attacking the silver. Notice Sente has only 1 pawn. And we're getting desperate. Yeah, you just blocked your king escape, Sente says. I'm gonna take the silver and threaten to drop it here. And Gote says, very well. I shall take it because my king has an escape space. And now that I have the bishop, ... Can we use the bishop to checkmate the other king? Probably not yet. So Sente is saying, well, I'm scared. I shall take your knight so that I have more attacking pieces around here. And Gote is saying, well, I'm gonna get more pieces while defending my own king retreat around here. Yeah, those moves are strong. Well, Sente says, I'm gonna therefore delete your silver because you allowed me to. Then Gote is like, well, my king is now safe, you have only 2 silvers, I have an escape route. So I will take your silver while attacking your god. Says Sente. Well, I see that my king is safe enough. So you had the escape route over here. So I'm gonna block it off by my knight drop. And now I'm threatening to push you from above. And okay, I see your rook is still here. So maybe I don't have enough to finish you off, but I'm slowly doing that. Maybe silver drop is worth considering. Exchanging your rook, getting lots of pieces in hand. This rook becomes active. Make it complicated. Making complicated is always good in it. Okay, we're gonna check that in a moment, guys. Those variations you're talking about. So Gote is like, Okay, so now that you gave me a move, I shall do this. And they're like, aha! King has to run. We have to take. We have a sacrifice on this square. The king tries to run. But silver drop, king takes, bishop drop, resignation. So this leads to a mate, apparently. It does. So why couldn't... Okay, I have so many questions. Let's... How is it a mate, actually? Silver drop? Gold drop? Silver drop, king takes, gold drop. That's a mate, right? Because this is protected, this is protected. Wow. Let's go back. We have to take this. Why couldn't we take this one is my question. It's very complex. I have no idea. Maybe pawn drop. It also leads to a mate because of pawn drops, but it's very complex. No amount of silvers in hand. Yeah, this is a famous problem, yeah. Okay, so reading your guy's comment. I believe it's mate if center plays rook takes to 6 immediately. Question which move? Center play. You mean that at any moment if we take this, we're gonna be in checkmate? That's what you mean? I mean... Well, we have this silver sacrifice that we talked about before, right? Now that the rook is gone, we can drop this. And now we go talk to the other thing. I think got ahead Tsume thread thanks to the bishop, starting with gold drop 7-9. Okay, so let's find out what did the bishop enable us with. So here, I mean, we still cannot take this, right? We just explained. So let's say we do this. And we treat and checkmate. This is checkmate thread, right? So now technically it should be a mate. It is a dramatic ending, I agree. Sumain 5. So the problem is if you drop this and they take and we take, the king can run here. So I think that's a problem, right? If we would take it, it is Sumain 5, But now the bishop, what does the bishop change? Is it just simple? Take this. I'm not sure. Let me just try to play it out. We have this move. And like this move. And if the king goes here, it's a checkmate. The king goes up and run to this square, so I'm not sure if that works. Probably doesn't. Did I miss something? Bishop for 7, but then you move the gold up, the rook is still protecting here. Ah, wait, it kind of works. 7 for bishop. What? 7? What? So Evergallo is commenting on gold drop here. Gold takes bishop drop. But it's still not a mate, right? We don't have enough goats. I think I'm blind. Wait, I'm pretty sure this leads to a mate. Like I'm pretty sure. Like if they take this, this is a mate, right? If they run here, we have 2 goats instead of 1, and it should lead to a mate, right? It should. It should lead to a... I'm not crazy, right? This knight is hanging, doesn't matter. We can just drop the goat here. It leads to a mate, right? I think this is the line that... Yeah. Yeah. I think this works, yeah? So to answer the question, we already know that the rook cannot move because of this amazing silver drop. This is why they were forced to take it. And again, we cannot take this because... I have no idea. This is so complex. Why we cannot take this? Yeah. Let's say that we will get 1 more piece in hand and it will be dangerous or something like that. So we take this and we protect our king, which is the safer option. And then they also arrived at the same position, but now our king has more space. And finally, we have 2. Beautiful. With the same bishop that we've calculated. Cool. Alright, what did we learn, guys? We learned this opening the gangi. We learned about why the rook on 2-9 is a good position, considered in modern shogi. We talked a little bit about the symmetry of and the relation to the draws. We learned that knight activation is our main objective in generally speaking. We were admiring Hitodani's like his way of activating his bishop, right, on the big diagonal. And then we perhaps also admired this amazing attack, the dangling pawn, yeah. It's a little bit surprising to me, because in the end, it's Nagase who won, right? As we can now spoil, I guess. I group those pictures together so that I can, like, can I do it somehow? Group. Can I order? Okay. Group selected item. Group. Spoiler lock. Alright, so I can do that now. Perfection. We're ready for the next stream. If we ever wanna spoil block in the future. Cool. Thanks guys for helping me to set it up. Yeah, I'm quite surprised. Like, it seemed like Hitodani is doing whatever he wants, but maybe those pawns around here were too much of a pressure in the end. And he was 1 move too slow, which is super amazing, right? It is so unbelievable to me that he's losing. Here, yeah, here I can agree that it was already... He was missing like crucial piece, but let me just make a quick analysis before we finish, yeah? Just out of my curiosity. Yes, definitely initiative is important in the endgame. But it's difficult to talk about initiative without understanding that having 2 silvers in hand here wasn't enough to win the game. And this is why endgame is so difficult. Because, yeah, in order to understand you have the initiative, you need to understand, is your king safe, is the enemy king in danger. Oh my god, look at this. What's going on here? It's like completely equal. Wow. Wow. It is finished, yeah? My heart frequency. That means you're dead, this. Hopefully not. Oh, here? This is losing 4% already. Okay, so it seems like here is the mistake. It didn't like the way he defended. We admired the way he defended, but apparently computer didn't like it. Which makes me think that those pawns played a big role in this game. Yeah. But look what happened later. Sente was better off. I think it was around when we took this silver and destroyed the castle. It looked promising. Yeah, they should have taken here, right? The same idea. So this was a mistake, slowly. And then the pawn was too slow indeed. So my feeling was correct. The computer preferred to make another vanguard pawn, alright. Okay. Okay, we have this, the heart rate going up. Everything correct. Everything fine. And here we did have to take the knight. Wow. I explained like, oh, this is a bad move because you lose a gold for a knight and then you can be pressurized, but wow, that was the correct move. Cookie clicker. Yeah, that's the problem with it. I also struggle on Saturdays, this. You prepared the Kifu, yeah, you prepared the analysis, you want to show them. I think it's good to make it interactive, like ask them, oh, what would you play, and stuff like this. I find it... I find that people are more interested if you do that. Because instead of just watch, like listen to a lecture, you're actually thinking more. Yeah. How old are they as well? Big question. Like young people tend to like problems more maybe. So this is losing for so let's consider the move that I showed. Why is this losing? Yeah? Why is this winning for Sente? So our king is surviving, we're gonna take this, let's say we retake. Now we have a silver. We drop the silver, the king goes down. Pawn dropped, retaining checkmate. Very strong. If we take, they cannot... I mean, they could create thousands of ways to check. But let's assume they're gonna try to escape. I think we're gonna just pick up the rook. Yeah, the king runs, we take here. If they take, it looks pretty dangerous. I expect them to run. Okay, what if we take? Let's rook drop here. Force them to drop a piece, right? And then maybe we drop another pawn here. Gold move. And the gold can come here, right? Or just take the bishop. Wow. And then when we take this, this should be checkmate, right? It was so quick, it was like brrr. Okay, so this is a check more. Yeah, because we have the horse, the knight here, right? So if we use a silver, let's say here. We also just take the bishop and then the defender is gone. If we go here, I mean, we always can take this, it seems to me. So why is this better than the actual game? Because we have a way to treat and checkmates, like here. In the actual game, we were struggling. We were one move behind. Here we are one move faster. Interesting. This move, this pawn drop is so amazing to me. And this punishes de facto, you know, the rook being on 4-1 square. Nice. And finally we are able to take the bishop. In the game... our king was in danger. Is this also winning? Like if we were to take here the same idea? Or is it equal? Probably equal. Yeah, it's equal now because it's not clear. Wow, this whole thing changed. Like this knight's existence changed everything, it seems. And the biggest mistake was the knight drop. This was still... But the silver, look at this. Look at this move. It can be taken. But then the silver drop forks the king and this is so wild. Wow. And you would have to check if it's a mate or not. This is crazy. Yeah, again, yeah. Yeah, okay, so we go through that variation. I assume if the king goes here, we just take the rook and it's a hishi. And the other side has to create a... Okay, if we take here, it's a mate. That's what you're saying. Sorry, chat, I'm really invested right now. Oh yeah, it's a mate. Cool. So how does this make an equal game? I assume we go here, we take here, we take here. And maybe this is when we take the knight? Okay, we have the check. Pound drop, pound drop, pound drop, pound drop. Question mark. It just pound drop here. I just want to find out how does it end. Let's take. Silver drop. Wow, this is not easy at all. But it says minus, so it's losing now for Santa. So Santa is doing impossible attack. Okay. So it said it was equal here? Or did it change its mind? Yeah, I think it changed its mind. So what, my rook takes the silver is a good move then? It says 200... Okay, the computer. If this is losing, what was the correct... Did I play the wrong move? Maybe I shouldn't have taken... You guys see the same thing? It just changed its evaluation. It's like, oh, you should sacrifice the gold and... Is it that perhaps you drop the gold first, you do a bunch of stuff, and at the end you drop this, take the silver? Maybe that's what it's trying to do? Like make the move better? Trying to pick the computer's brain. Drop king takes, yeah. We're chasing the king, but our king is in danger now that the rook is looking at the gold. And now it's better. I would prefer to take the silver if that's simpler. Yeah, it just proves how endgame is crazy sometimes. and how we shouldn't trust the computers. And then 8-5-4, 5-2. Is this correct? Aren't we in checkmate? Yeah, we are in checkmate. What the heck, computer? Oh, maybe. Okay, he showed here actually, I think. Okay. Yeah. Trust yourself, I agree. We have squares to run to. We have those two squares. No, just this square, right? It's like he's chasing him. It's like he's going for checkmate, but there's no checkmate. And then he takes the silver. So, humanly speaking, yes, we made this king like in mating, but we also gave them a lot of pieces. So, humanly speaking, I would prefer to take the silver if it's simpler. But then I would have to know it's a checkmate, yeah. Like in that situation that we talked about. Here I would need to know it's a checkmate. But maybe that's a human way of thinking. They have a Hishi, I have a checkmate, I win. But then this whole variation exists as well, but we already established it was losing. I find this one more human because I defend and then I just play one move and I win. Yeah, don't trust the computer sometimes. Thank you for the follow, Ifaneuronik. What else? Sorry, I was ignoring you. Therapeutic discussion? Did I miss therapeutic discussion? Variety in learning is good to keep things fun, which is important. Yeah. This is why every week we always do the same thing. Yeah. I'm keeping it the same way because then you guys know what to expect. But each time we analyze different games, so it kind of brings the variety. It won? Wow, okay. that's yeah. I mean, I've won against beginners with the singular king. It happens. You just, if you don't see that your piece is hanging, it's unavoidable to this. Okay, guys, just a just, you know, just king versus the whole army. Yep, with singular king. Not even once, more than once. More than I wanna admit. But it's like a real beginner, you know. So Discord link is there if you would like to join us on Shogi Harbour. We notified about everything and join our tournaments, where you have an option to play against real pro. If you win, that's where you go. If you wanna post your games there, that's where you go. If you wanna join us tomorrow with your game, this is where you send your game. Same time, same channel. Sunday, yeah. With the same teacher. Yep, please come tomorrow if you would like to study more about your games, not professional games, your actual games. You can send it in that link. I'm gonna check if we can rate anybody. I don't think we can rate anybody. We're the only one streaming Shogi right now, unless you guys wanna watch some Overwatch. Wait, is Toad streaming right now? I think Toad is streaming. He's streaming his ladder game. We can rate him then. Yeah. Let's do that. Please encourage him. More practical Shogi. And glad to have you guys as well. It didn't work. Wait, rate. Oh yeah, this works. I will see you guys tomorrow. And if you miss it on Monday on YouTube, Tuesday on YouTube with Ureshino, yeah? Thank you for coming. Have a nice evening. Bye.